Self-care is just like taking your car to a service bay, where you find that you take the car to the mechanic, and the mechanic starts working on the tires, starts working on to see check the engine, check everything in the car, check the battery, and find out whether everything in the car is functioning normally. Okay? But if you don't take care of your car can reach somewhere while you are driving, it gets a breakdown. So that can be the same when it comes to your life. If you are not taking good care of your life, it can reach a point where you get a breakdown. Okay? So that is why self-care is very important. So in today's video, we are going to look at what we call spiritual self-care. How do you take care of your life spiritually? So if you are still new to our channel, we request you to subscribe, because this motivates us to make more content for you. One of the ways that you can take care of your spiritual life is the first step is study the Word of God. Okay? So when you study the Word of God, the Bible, you are taking good care of your spiritual life. Okay? Because the Word of God is important in our daily life. It is like a compass direction. It shows us where to go. It shows us this is the route you are supposed to take. This place is not good for you. You need to put these things out of your life. You need to put this kind of characters out of your life. This kind of behaviors are not good in your life. So study the Word of God, and the Bible describes this Word of God as milk. Like babies need milk to grow. So without milk, the baby cannot grow. You need to learn to eat the Word of God on daily basis, because this one is good for your soul and good for your spiritual life. Number 2, you need to pray every day. You need to have time for prayer. You have time to communicate to God through prayer. So prayer is the time that you have a privilege to speak to your God. Okay? So you need to have time to care for your life by talking to God. This is a privilege. Okay? So this is a time where you pour all your pains in your life towards God, because God knows every pain that you may be going through. God knows what your family is going through. God knows what your country is going through. So this is a time for us to pour our pains before God. So let us embrace that. Okay? Then number 3 we are talking about is that make a reflection. Okay? When you read the Word of God, when you go to church to pray, is that have time for reflection. Have time to think about the words of God that you have read or that you have heard from His servants. Okay? Just like how you see an animal, a cow, when after eating food, it goes back and chews cud, you find it chewing that food again. So have time to think about your life. Think about how that word applies to you practically in your life. So this is good for your spiritual life. So if you are still new to our channel, we request you to subscribe, because this motivates us to create more content for you. Then another thing how you can take care of your spiritual life is spend time with nature. Okay? Try to move around in the natural environment where there are mountains, there are hills, there are lakes. This one is good for you. It makes you to start thinking about how powerful God is. When you look at the mountains, how they have been formed, you find a rock sitting on another rock, but it is not falling down. Then you think there's something which is supernatural. There is something which is beyond our human understanding, and that is God. So this one helps you to think and start thinking, there must be God. There must be someone who is hearing me. Okay? So this is good for you, because it helps you to get relieved of all the stresses in your life. Then another thing is that you be open to what we call inspiration. Okay? There are some things that can inspire us in our lives. So we are saying that you be someone who is open to inspirations. Maybe someone has shared a story which is inspiring. These are some of the things that you can be open. Then you have to find a spiritual connection. Find the things that it can be teachings, the doctrine, that find the right doctrine and connect with those people who have the same teachings. This is good for your spiritual life, because they will help you to grow up spiritually. Then another thing we are saying that be open to not knowing. So in life, we are not supposed to be knowing everything, that you may behave in a way that as if you know everything. But here we are saying that you be open to not knowing. Okay? If you don't know something, you say, I don't know. How is this? How can I do this? Okay? This is good for your spiritual life because you create for yourself an open door where people will be able to teach you things that you don't know. If you are still new to our channel, we are requesting you to subscribe because this motivates us to create more content for you. But also we are looking for partners who can partner with us to continue promoting mental health in our communities where we are working from. Currently, I have a vision of reaching out to various people in the communities in Uganda, especially in Tororo where I am. There are about 14 million Ugandans who are having mental illness, but most of them don't know. But if we create more awareness, we believe that these people will be able to seek for mental health services. And because we have a lot of misconception about mental illness in our societies, most people believe that mental illness is caused by witchcraft. But my goal is to reach out to these communities in radio talk shows, in community dialogues, to tell them more about mental health. But also we have I have also a vision of paying a visit to Nachivale refugee settlement, which is found in southwestern Uganda. It is about 11 hours drive from eastern Uganda, Tororo, where I am staying currently. But we need people to come on board to partner with us, to support us, our community activities, to support our community outreaches in Nachivale refugee settlement and here in Tororo. So if you are that individual, you are an organization, please, our contacts there are on the screen. Get in touch with us and we shall be grateful because mental health is a fundamental human right. The reason why I'm going to Nachivale refugee settlement is that we are having a lot of refugees, about 1,000 to 170,000 refugees who are suffering without a mental health clinician. And this is a place where I've been working, but because of the US stopping funding, they have issues which need to be addressed by a qualified personnel, just like my cadre. So your support is highly welcome. Thank you. So another thing as we care for our spiritual life is that identify something which is meaningful to you, and also notice it in your life. Okay? So identify things that you know these things have a great meaning in your life, and also you find a place where you can keep them in your life. Okay? Then another way of how you can take care of spiritual life is that sing. Okay? You can sing hymns, you can find songs that you sing, the songs where you are praising your God. This is good for your spiritual life. Remember, we're talking about spiritual self-care. And we say that self-care, these are activities that we do every day on daily basis to help us overcome stress and also to improve on our well-being. Okay, so singing is one of the ways that we can improve on our well-being, on how to reduce stress. So this is good for your spiritual life. As we are finalizing, we are saying that contribute to causes in which you believe in. Okay, so if there is something in your community that you think you need to put there your time, you need to invest your time there. Okay, maybe you need to support some people in your community. Please find something where you can, a cause for you to contribute, which you believe in. This is going to improve on my community. This is going to improve on the well-being of my family. It's going to improve on the well-being of my society. The last one we are going to say that is that listen to inspirational talks. Okay, when you listen to those inspirational speakers, you listen to people who are speaking things that are motivating, this is good for your spiritual life. Okay, so find time to take care of your spiritual life, because this is very important and this has a very good connection with you and God. Okay, but if you don't take care of yourself and you are so much concerned about working every day, you are concerned about working, you reach somewhere and you'll break down. Okay, so thank you so much for watching our channel. If you are still new to our channel, we request you to subscribe, and in our next video we are going to talk about relationship self-care. How do you take care of yourself while in a relationship with your family members and all other people in your community who you love so much? Thank you so much.